Hey everyone, Christopher here, and welcome back to Fossil Forward Finds. I have another What Sold video for you. This one is for May 4th through May 10th. As you can see, had 28 orders over the course of the week. A little less than normal, but I hit around my average at the moment. Um, Gross sales, anyways. Um, and that most of that comes down to one sale, which I'll show you in a moment. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, so I'm just gonna ruin the punchline on this whole episode and show you the best sale first. Um, if you watched my last episode on swap cards, you've already sort of been spoiled on this one. Hold on before my cat destroys something. Right. So this was an order. Someone bought 27 swap cards. They're all these cocktail recipe swap cards. I'll show you a listing here in a moment. But I listed them all at $5.49 each, and because the buyer bought multiple, they saved 20%. Sorry, one of my cats is being crazy off screen. So after fees, shipping, all that, and after their 20% discount, it comes out to $93.55 profit. And then I paid about 4 cents a card, so do the math, $92 and change. Um, Very nice surprise. These are relatively modern swap cards. Um, I would say, I think I said 80s, 90s, or 2000s in the swap card video. I lean towards the 90s or 2000s. But in any case, for whatever reason, whether it's for gifts or an event or something, someone bought 27 of these swap cards, and I am not complaining. Just to show you a closer up of the listing. So this one's Long Island iced tea. You got your ingredient there. It's a 6 of clubs. And then this is what the backside of all of them look like. Which is why in this particular case for swap cards, it depends on the swap card, but in this particular case, I had the the club side, the suit side facing forward as the first listing, as opposed to the back side, which will be a common theme among them all. All right, next we have a real photo postcard. This is something I bought in Oniana, the show a couple weeks ago. I have a video up of that if you haven't seen that haul. Put it up on auction, sold for a single bid, $12.99. We have a Lynx, reclining, sleeping. I think, I'm pretty sure it's alive. But yeah, I paid probably 50 cents for this card, maybe a quarter. So very happy with the $12.99. And yeah, not much more to say about that. I, of course, obviously am a cat fan. I love selling animal postcards, so I will go for the real photo ones as well. They don't typically go as well as other types of real photo postcards, but they can still do pretty good, as you can see. Hold on again before my cat destroys something. All right, let's try this again. Next, we have lenticular postcards. I think I shared a lenticular or two with you in the past. Um, in this case, we got some lenticular dolphins. Occasionally, I'll put a video up. I don't know how much of it. Sorry, Flipping Roo. Garak just threw your button on the ground. Sometimes I add a video. It does take some extra time, and I'm not sure it actually helps in a postcard sense. But in any case, sold for $9.99. I may have more of this one. I'm not sure. I bought a number of these lenticular postcards from Dave F. Brother on Whatnot, but over multiple orders. And usually, and this is why, usually I even if I know I have an item listed already and I get more, I will make a new listing so I don't confuse inventory quantities and numbers. I did not do that with the lenticular, so I really have to go back and inventory what I have and make sure my numbers are up to date. Um, so do as I say, not as I do. Don't fight with trying to update inventory quantities when you get more inventory in stock. Just make a new listing. Everything will be fine. All right, oversized postcard or jumbo seems to be the catchphrase people like, though that seems disingenuous because it's really not that much bigger. But in any case, Superman, superheroes will always sell, not always quick, but they will sell. This is a USPS, I believe, postcard. Yeah, advertising some of their stamps. So this, okay, let's see, yeah, 2005. Um, I have a this. This came like a box lot. It was like a folder box lot. I just opened it up and listed every card individually. Um, Most of these were already on the market when I went to list them. I just priced mine a little bit higher because, well, I figured the other ones would sell at some point and mine would become the next best thing. And so far it's worked. I think I've sold a handful from both the DC as well as the Marvel set. So I listed this back in August of last year. Um, all right, William Wegman. I've been doing reasonably well on the Wegman cards. He's a artist photographer. He has done a whole series of postcards with, and I'm gonna tell you I'm not good with all my dog breeds. I don't know off the top of my head what type of dog breed this is, but it's always the same dog breed, and he puts them in these various anthropomorphic scenes. In this case, Red Riding Hood, and some of them are plentiful on the market. Other ones are less common. I usually will start them on auction first. This one obviously made it to buy it now, but it sold for $9.99, so I can't complain. Let's see. Looks like the image itself is from '92. I think the card may be a little newer than that, but in any case, I try to pick up the William Wegmans when I can find them because they do move fairly well for me. All right, this was another Oniana sale. China, I do pretty well with China postcards. Certainly better than I do with Japan postcards, though I will still pick up Japan as well. This one was a little bit of a surprise. It's doesn't look like much on the image. I think so. I probably paid a quarter for this in Oniana. But when I looked it up, there were other listings for this particular hotel in Shanghai, China, and the comps for this hotel were really good. But I did not see this exact card, the exact image, so I threw it up first on auction, 1999. No one purchased it on auction, but within a few days after going and buy it now, I got I made the sale. So not too bad when you put a quarter into 20. So keep an eye on the China postcards. They're not all going to be $20, but don't be afraid to price it up if you can't find current listings for that item. Got to have some cute puppy greeting cards. This one was the long one. I think I shipped it in the same mailers I use for panorama postcards. Let's see, what was the dimension on this? Let's see, it was 8.5 inches long by 3.5 inches tall. So, let's see. Produced by the Guiding Eyes for the Blind. Got some black lab puppies. Bought this at an estate sale and listed it back in October. So, I think I show a greeting card almost weekly at this point. They don't move fast. They're not top dollar, but if you go to the Hallmark store, the grocery store, and you're buying a greeting card, you're paying $6, $7, $8, $10. So, taking some of these old greeting cards, which are basically free at the estate sale, putting them up for a similar price point, you're going to make sales as people are looking for specific themes. Elf. I admittedly did not grow up on Elf. One of my best friends from college has recently introduced me to Elf. So I've only seen a few episodes. Um, but clearly, Elf is something that other people are aware of because I've listed a bunch of these Elf trading cards, and I have sold a fair number of them at this point. Um, Again, $4.99, $5.49, basic pricing. These are all based on various states. Um, yeah, not much really to say more about that. All right. So last fall, I went to a show in Albany, New York, a postcard show. It was small, but one dealer sold me three of like those boxes behind me, actually slightly longer than those boxes of postcards, primarily Continentals, um, and they were chunks of duplication. Um, Buffalo, Albany, Syracuse, Rochester, Finger Lakes region. Three of those boxes for $25, so it was almost 3,000 cards. Um, in there were two of these, Lady Liberty. We are getting into the more patriotic holiday season, Memorial Day, St. Patrick's Day. Wow. 4th of July. Um, but I had one buyer come in and buy two of these. So, two cards out of 3,000, making almost half my money back. I made basically all my money back the day after I came back from the show because I listed everything that night, which sounds like a lot, but when there's chunks of 50 to 60 of duplication, it's very easy to list 3,000 postcards in an evening. So don't be afraid of duplication. They may sit a while, but they're worth the time. They really are. And then last but not least, we got another one of these modern pinup postcards with a retro feel. Got this from Dave F. Brother on Whatnot. These have started picking up. I've had a bunch of these listed for a while. This one in particular is September of 2024, but I've had some listed earlier in 2024, if not 2023. But they've slowly started to pick up. So here we got a classic cowgirl, $9.99. I had another one, same theme. It was a golfer, pinup girl golfer. So don't be afraid of the pinups. They work. They sell. I think will be it for today. Let me know what your favorite sale was. How are your sales doing? Are they as slow as mine? I hope not. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, have a good one. All right, so I'm just gonna ruin the punchline on this whole episode and show you the best sale first. Um, if you watched my last episode on swap cards, you've already sort of